Dr. Emma Taylor scoffed at ghost stories. As a paranormal investigator, she dealt in facts, not folklore. Her work involved debunking myths, not chasing them. She relied on science and logic, not whispers and shadows. One humid afternoon, Emma found herself in the dusty archives of the university library. She was researching old cases, hoping to find an unsolved mystery to sink her teeth into. As she sifted through files, a reel-to-reel tape caught her eye. It was tucked away in a box labeled EVP 1973. Intrigued, she decided to take the tape back to her lab. She would add it to her collection of debunked paranormal claims. Little did she know this tape would challenge everything she believed. Back in her lab, Emma carefully placed the reel-to-reel tape onto the player. A shiver ran down her spine as she pressed play. The silence that followed was thick and heavy. Then a voice, a whisper, barely audible, cut through the static. "They're waiting for you," it hissed, sending chills crawling across her skin. Emma's initial skepticism battled with a rising sense of unease. She ran the recording through several audio filters, hoping to isolate the voice. The voice remained, a haunting whisper woven into the very fabric of the recording. Despite her logical reasoning, Emma couldn't shake off the feeling of dread. The whisper was unlike any EVP she had encountered before. That night, sleep evaded Emma. The whisper echoed in the quiet corners of her mind. She tossed and turned, shadows dancing on her bedroom wall. The wind howled outside, amplifying her growing unease. She tried to rationalize her fear, to attribute it to the power of suggestion, but the whisper had gotten under her skin. The next morning, Emma woke up feeling more exhausted than when she had gone to bed. She spent hours analyzing the audio, trying to identify the voice, but her efforts were futile. The voice remained an enigma, its message a chilling premonition. The whisper on the tape had awakened something in her, a fear she couldn't shake off. Determined to find a rational explanation, Emma decided to delve deeper into the origins of the EVP recording. She returned to the university archives, hoping to find more information about the tape, labeled EVP 1973. Hours turned into days as she meticulously combed through old documents. Just when she was about to give up, she stumbled upon a file labeled Cranbrook Mental Hospital, 1973. The file contained chilling photographs and handwritten notes about a tragic fire that had claimed numerous lives. Emma's heart skipped a beat as she noticed a set of coordinates scribbled on the back of one of the photographs. The coordinates led to a remote location on the outskirts of town, Cranbrook Mental Hospital. Driven by a mix of apprehension and morbid curiosity, Emma decided to visit the abandoned asylum. As she stood before the rusted iron gates, a shiver ran down her spine. The air was thick with an oppressive silence, broken only by the cawing of crows. The building loomed before her, a decaying monolith to a forgotten tragedy. Emma cautiously made her way inside, her footsteps echoing through the desolate hallways. The air was heavy with the stench of decay and the faint scent of disinfectant. As she ventured deeper, she noticed cryptic messages scrawled in what appeared to be blood. The whispers seemed to grow louder, swirling around her like a vortex of lost souls. She came across a padded cell, its walls stained with what looked like blood. It was in this room that she discovered the asylum's dark secret. The patients of Cranbrook had been subjected to horrific experiments. As Emma delved deeper into the asylum's history, she realized that the tragic fire of 1973 was no accident. It was an act of desperation, a final attempt to escape the horrors inflicted upon them. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, as if the spirits of the asylum were trying to communicate with her. Emma felt a cold hand on her shoulder. She spun around, her heart pounding in her chest. But there was no one there, just the whispers echoing through the empty hallways. She was surrounded by the unseen, the restless spirits of Cranbrook. They needed her to hear their story, to bear witness to their suffering. "They're waiting for you," the whisper echoed in her mind. No longer a recording on a tape, but a chilling reality. Emma, the skeptic, had become their unwilling conduit.